Hey fam, it is good to see you this morning. I am so happy to be here right now. This is the right product to be in, not in the promise coin space. While everyone else watches their project die to zero, we're sitting here getting trustless interest every day. I feel so calm and relieved and just so very grateful to be here. I hope that all of you here in the chat feel that way with me as well. We've got Mel Tony, we've got Daraj Moore, we've got Piston Broke 5555, Hex Monkey, Motley Investor, Hex in Excess, Dorsey 78, Metallic Elmo, Mudhog, Downhill Swimmer. It's good to see a lot of trusted and known faces that have been on this journey since pretty much the beginning together. Some of you I know for a fact have been on this journey since the very beginning. Crypto Gains Club 369. Jason Mosley, you look like a new one, and we're always glad to have new people join us here. Because what's better than trustless interest? I really don't
know.
If I had to choose between you and trustless interest, Papa B, it's been nice knowing you, but I love you. So Next, it's good to see you, buddy. Tripod. There's a lot of good people that continually show up and show their support. So we must be doing something right, as degenerate as this show really is. So I'm glad to have you here, Papa B.
Hey, am I the only one? What's going on here? Where's the Markable? Where's the Henry Island? Where's the
Henry's on Henry Island. Markable's in Portugal. It's like all of a sudden they're all retired, enjoying the trustless interest lifestyle, and they are too good to show up on stream.
I guess they don't love a broke pleb like me.
I haven't seen Barely Crafty forever with all his OPSEC, so trying to stay incognito in small Poland.
Yeah, I've forgotten what he looks like. Yeah, I would never know by looking at another video. I'd have no idea what he looked like.
I know. Oh, yeah. Where is my Louis Vuitton tank top? It's in the mail. It's on its way.
Do you think they make?
Look at this. Oh!
Henry! Welcome back from the island.
Oh, it's so good to see
you. So hot today.
Yeah, it's hot over here too. What is it for you?
It is already warm over here, and it is 8 o'clock in the morning.
28, something like that. 28.
Child's play. It's 34 here. You nut. It was like a devil's anvil coming back from the Olympic Village where I dropped my daughter off for a ballet class.
You guys need the tank top then.
This is the first time I've worn a shirt all day, so I thought people would rather see me with a top on.
I'm still not wearing pants.
D'Artagnan, thank you so much for the support, my friend.
Thank you, D'Artagnan.
Have been awesome. So thanks to all of the generosity, especially since the beginning of the SAC phase, but of this month on this channel, we have been able to hire a professional production team. Some of you who are out in Vegas. Hey, Peter, I was waiting to bring you up, but I forgot you have the keys to the kingdom now. Damn it.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now. I like that. That's so appropriate. So we're able to get these guys. Those of you who are in Vegas got to meet two of the guys as part of the team. And they are working on cutting up some content and getting it put together. Like, these guys are professional growth hacker, social media guys that are helping us get our game on point so that we get in front of a lot more eyes. So every dollar that's been donated has been used for marketing efforts and or growth hacking to get in front of more views. So, nice. So we have, the only thing that has been spent outside of that is for a little bit of equipment here and there for new microphones, better cameras, things of that nature. But that is the only thing that has been spent. RG and I, and now Crypto Coffee, who is also a business partner of ours, has not, by the way, he is a big part of this now. For those of you who are streaming, you're already aware of that. We have not spent any of that money on personal stuff. We have not bought Hex with it for our own personal bags. I know. Maybe in the future we can do that, but I think it's more important right now for us to pump everybody's bags, including our own. So that's where the big return is for not just the community, but also for ourselves. The bigger the price goes up in Hex, the better we all do as business partners here at Discourse Syndicate. So, and we're actually hoping at someday, if we can build this to the quality and the size that the community deserves, we might just walk away and hand it off to some hexagons. Like literally not sell it, just hand it off to other hexagons to carry the torch. The new guys that come in that with better talent and better production quality than what we have. So that would be the ultimate dream someday. Yeah, absolutely. Some people who still believe in the product the way that we do. They don't have to be in at the very beginning, but someone that can carry the torch and carry it farther and longer than we ever could. So
I demand the executive key to the green room and the executive washroom.
And the executive wash. Well, I don't know about the washroom. I don't know if I trust you in there. I don't know what you're going to do in there.
Oh man,
you're at his age.
Something. Oh yeah.
He's like that business. He's Papa B is the reason why international airports have the timered censored sinks, you know, because he's the guy that would be like taking the toilet paper or the paper towel and stuffing it on the bottom and then turning on the sinks and then running out like a little girl. Like,
are you kidding? That's the fun of going on an aeroplane ride. Of course.
That's exactly what you would be doing. Thanks, Cash Plus, for the $20. Keep up the great works, guys. Thank you for all the free info. You bet, buddy, man. I appreciate you and your contributions here. We're happy to do it. We love this community and we love this product. I mean, I am someone never. He says buy Hex for the syndicate, and then RG3 said never. Yeah, we have never done that. Now we've had some donations that we knew were going to pump and in USDC, and we put them temporarily into Hex, but we'll be cashing it probably back out into USDC to pay for some bigger projects. I'm okay with transparency. No big deal. No big deal with that.
Maybe long term, putting like 10% into Hex makes sense.
Well, I'd like to, but we got to afford. Let's just be honest.
Of
this
course,
channel doesn't bring a lot of income in, and these guys are expensive. So if we have to subsidize that out of our own pockets in the meantime to get it in front of more eyes, it is totally worth it. So
look at Hex Monkey.
Can someone lend me 2 Bitcoin, please?
Ask BitBoy. He seems to be good for lending.
Absolutely.
Alex can get you good vid on that.
Ask Alex Saunders. Yeah, guys, I wanted to bring this up. So let's go ahead and move into this. There was $77 million sacrificed earlier today. What? How crazy is that, guys? Wow.
What was it?
How crazy is that? I didn't see what it was in. Someone in the nothing on that 77 million whales on Sackface. So, well, that's what we were just talking about, Lewis the Third.
You're not fast enough.
Can someone tell me what denomination it was in? Was it in USDC? Was it in Hex? What was it in?
Meanwhile, a moment of silence for my sacrifice bonus position.
Can someone also explain to me the tweet from Richard around liquidity they posted earlier?
I'll pull it up. I was taking care of a baby earlier, so I actually missed it. But I will pull it up.
Someone says, Lewis the Third 319 says USDC and DAI apparently.
And DAI, okay. Yeah, it's funny because the whales and the institutional, it seems to be the institutional players, they're all sacrificing in USDC. I don't know if they're just worried because they know that they'll lock in that rate or what the deal is. Here's a bit more for BS. So KDM, thank you for the $20, buddy. He has been trolling us for our logo since the beginning of
well he should. It is troll worthy.
It is troll worthy. You know what? If the break had been on the other side of the D for the S instead of that side of the D, it would actually look a little more like a DS, but it does kind of look like BS. I know.
And this is mostly BS, so like.
And it is mostly BS. I will admit that. So
not financial advice. This is a BS advice.
I was waiting for, and I've had a bunch of people come to me with this already, but I want some of you guys to notice. If you take off the edge of that D what is that? What looks like the B part look like?
A tree.
It looks like a 3.
It does.
Is there any other numbers in that logo you guys can see?
3, 6.
If you turn it upside down, it says boobless.
I can't see the 9, but I can see a 3 and a 6.
Oh,
I can
yeah?
see the 9.
You see the 9? I see 369. Just saying, guys. Just
Where is
saying.
it?
Where's the
I can
9?
see the 6. Where is it? What?
Well, I can't show you with my
Show-
cursor, but it's
Kinetics, show me the
Down.
69.
oh my. Hey, D'Artagnan 8, where does ETH go? It goes in Richard's
Me.
pocket, and you never see any benefit to it ever again. So,
Don't know whose pocket.
yeah, all
I
that's
saw-
true. It's an African priest, last I remember. African
I mean,
priest.
I saw quite a lot of benefit that I put into Hex for my ETH.
That's if you look at the price action, that's a lot of benefit for no promises. Actually,
Yeah.
Jesus, you guys are slow. Look at nomics. Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay.
But you-
Looking at nomics right now,
What is
Okay, we're
interesting
seeing-
on Nomics?
we're
Like,
down
we are
half
third
1%.
place. Down
We're down
0.42%.
nothing changed since yesterday.
I know. I was going to say we were at 14.5
What's-
yesterday.
what's
I'm
the whole
Maybe he's
hubbub
talking about the Pulse advert, but that's been there for weeks.
I can see the 6.9 for sure, and Papa B's light bright logo. I see 2 BTC in that logo too. So yeah, I'm not sure what. So go ahead and Paolo Susani, tell me what I'm missing on nomics. I mean, we're kind of been
Was he
hovering around
talking about
same
the,
price for the last 2 days.
Clay's tweet about Robnomics around Hex market cap.
Oh no, there was one from Nomics. I didn't see Nomics. Dude,
Yeah.
I don't even get. Dude, I swear some of these things that I am following are being. Some of these people in these accounts are being shadow banned because I don't get half the crap anymore. And
Yeah, me
so I'm
too.
like, I have to wait for someone to show me. I'm like,
What
why
the-
didn't that pop up on my timeline? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, all right.
I
Hold on a
don't
second.
get you Kinetics, but I did meet you, so
Wait.
You
I
muted
want
me.
I want Paolo Susani's magic mushroom ride right now. He says it's up 1,049%. Where
is,
is,
is he
that?
is he on the year to date or something?
Right.
Maybe.
Click on it. Let's click on it and open that up first.
All right. Look at the hex chart. Okay.
And it says,
All or what? Nah, man.
"What are you? I want to see
I
what you're
don't know.
saying."
I don't know. I want to see what he's seeing because I don't see that anywhere.
I've got it. No.
I'm clicked on Hex. I'm looking at everything.
Okay, I'm not seeing. Oh, wait,
Year to date is up 1,049%.
Okay.
year to date. Okay,
That makes sense. And that's fantastic because all of those that were, there were so many people that were freaking out at the end of day 5. Oh my God, it price dipped up. I'm like, what do you think the whale was going to do? That makes sense that the whale would want to. See, I'm not talking tactics or strategies at all going forward the rest of the sack phase, not my personal strategy. It doesn't behoove me to give anyone my ideas so that they can front run me with something counter to it. So I stopped giving, and I never thought it was going to pump before the end of day 5. I was never one that said that. And everyone expected a pump, and then instead it dumped, and then everybody freaked out. Oh my God, look at the price of X. And I'm like, guys, zoom out. Zoom out. You're okay.
It is, though, at a discount at the moment. It's 19% down for the week. So,
Yeah. Big deal for a week. For a week.
I want it to go down again so I can get more because I got the 9.7 and that was like Christmas to me.
Thanks for reminding me. Let me double check my deposits into Coinbase.
all right, everyone quickly
Where
buy.
we at?
Come on. Beat Kinetics the market.
Right? You know what? You guys push it up on me, and I won't even hate you for it. I won't even hate you for it. You're just pushing the rest of my bags up.
How's your Moet box doing? Somebody has pointed that out as something that you should crack. So open it up and
Go on, man.
pull out the beer that's inside.
There's actually loads of them down
Loads of them now.
there. I might have drunk a few of them already.
Oh my goodness.
You sip them
So
like water now, huh?
So you retire and you become an alcoholic? I mean,
Yes.
You've got to do something with your time.
You must not have watched.
You've got to do something with your time.
I was going to say, you must not have watched Richard's earlier videos in his YouTube career.
I came late. I came at the right time, though. So.
Oh, you guys crack me up. Okay, all of you guys over here on Theta, I appreciate you, and it's time to give you guys some gifts. Got some gifts for you. All right. You know, I'm just so excited to be in this product that we're in.
Oh, knee deep in it. Hey, Kinetics, there's something that's come up in the chat. Not this chat, but the Pulse Chain chat.
Mm-hmm. I can't even go in there anymore. It's like pop, 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 pop,
yeah,
pop,
yeah,
pop,
yeah.
pop, pop.
I can't
new
even.
messages. I'm like, you can't even address or have like an actual thread line of what you guys are discussing.
No, but there's something about Hex that comes up in the Pulse Chain chat often, and that is constantly people come in, they say, I missed out on Hex, so I'm going for Pulse Chain. And I'm like, you didn't miss shit. You are sub-dollar Hex right now, and you can still get a T-shirt.
I don't understand
that's
that.
a big thing, you know.
So we've done a lot of running up over the last year and a half, absolutely, in Hex, but we are still pre-viral, guys. For all of you out there who think that you've missed the boat, dude, I bet Bitcoin has done a 6.5 million X. We've done a 5,000X with staking. We've got a long way to go, guys. A long way to go. You are still early. You didn't get in as early as you could have, but you didn't get in Bitcoin in 2010
it's
either.
Would you buy Bitcoin at $200?
Absolutely. All 100 times over if I could go back and do it again.
You just have to wait.
Yes.
I'd even consider buying Bitcoin now if it went down to $1,000. Like, that's probably would be my price point.
I might consider buying a $10,000 Bitcoin, but I think I would do it just for the sake of being able to catch the bottom and say, hey, look, I listened to Richard and then it went back up to 100,000 and I 10x my money thanks to listening to Richard.
I think
that's not the only reason why I would buy Bitcoin. I would most likely want to put that 10K back into Hex, though, honestly. Let's be honest. I like the trustless interest.
10K,
so that's like 5 T-shares.
When it runs up to 100K, you got 90K delta that you can play around with Hex and
that's
Pulse,
right.
And then Hex on Pulse and Hex on ETH and all sorts of wonderful things that actually get you that return.
Bigger return. Yep, yes. Absolutely. D'Artagnan 8, thanks for the $4.99. Dude, D'Artagnan, you are the freaking man today. Appreciate you. Drugs, alcohol, family man, and still delay gratification. He's talking about Henry over here.
Henry, I'm also concerned that you don't wear a hat when you go to Henry Island. You really have to do that, sir. The sun is not your friend.
Stay away from that sun cancer.
Dude, I know a guy in Hawaii that has to get all sorts of things burned off of his face all the time. He's only in his 50s.
That's all right.
Stop it, Henry.
No. I have the money today. It's fine.
You've got the chapeau right here, and you're not using it.
I've spent about 6 hours in the Telegram chat, and I feel dazed and exhausted. I don't know how you do it. Why, thank you, BMA. BMA, another good, strong, supporting hexakin that's in almost every one of the chats. I think Brand still got you beat, but for the most part, I appreciate all of your support, man. Yeah, I agree with this crypto rookie. By the time Bitcoin goes up 10x, Hex will have gone up 1,000x. I don't doubt that for... you guys understand how much economic energy it's going to take to push Bitcoin up another 10x from here? It's going to be impossible.
But a 10x for us does put us number one spot, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Yes, it does. It
does.
Yes, especially since it's not even 10x anymore because the
9x.
Because because of the price of Bitcoin right now went down.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it's a 4x would put us over Ethereum, and a 10x would put us well over Bitcoin. Holy crap. Okay. Well done, Henry. Thank you.
Let's see.
I had maybe an interesting thought, not relating to Hex or polls. Well, maybe to Hex.
Okay.
Do you guys remember when Richard said that there? I don't know what stream it was, but he said like maybe there will be some exchange with Hex in its name. I'm guessing it's gonna be Hexchange.
Exchange.
I mean, that is a good name.
Yeah, that is fucking great.
And like,
it's actually very marketable. It's a good name, and it's
I'm
also
getting
at the same
URL
time,
right now.
Yeah.
and I was thinking about an exchange, and like Richard basically does hate middlemen and like all the fees. And I was thinking about, well, maybe what would happen if there was an exchange that offers 0 fees to customers? Maybe, I don't know, maybe for 10 trades a month.
A subscription pack of freemium trades?
No,
That sounds a little bit cheesy.
No. You register to the exchange, and like every month you have 10 free trades.
And then what?
Or maybe you could just buy Hex
You
for
have
free.
10 free trades. Nobody is murdering you on any like on fees. Wouldn't that be like crypto breaking?
Dude, it would be
like
awesome. I'd rather a subscription. I'd pay $9.99 a month or $14.99 a month with unlimited crypto trades all day freaking long. All day for every month. I would, even the months I wasn't buying or DCAing into Hex, I would freaking pay that just to support the exchange to keep them alive. Because I would, dude, that is way better deal. How much Hex could you buy? And how much money would you save in the long run if you didn't have a 3% fee to get into something?
Yeah, I mean,
or even a 0.3% if you're going through Uniswap.
I think like Coinbase is like £40 and every £1,000 they charge you or something.
Yep.
I think it's even more. The less you buy, I think you get a worse rate.
Or maybe a better idea: offer fee-free trades for Hex and Pulse.
Ooh.
And if there are bridges
kind of like Coinbase does in the United States for USDC.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. That's cool.
And if there are free trades from Pulse chain to other chains, and people would like, oh, let's do it this way. Like, I pay no fee. Let's go through Pulse chain. They basically try Pulse chain because they have to go to the bridge to their other shitty chain, and then see that Pulse chain is probably superior to their chain.
What's this probably? Is there any doubt?
Well,
it's got goodies we don't even know of yet.
In a half year, maybe someone can do something better.
Like Peter chain, you pleb. You're gonna try to fork off of Pulse by yourself. I heard that.
Not me, no. But wouldn't it be a good idea to do it like this?
I think it's smart. And if you know how wealthy people get with the subscription model? I mean, wealthy. You know how often people forget that they only pay $14.99 a month for a subscription, and they continue to pay it for years and years and years, and it bangs their credit card every month, and they never
spoken like a true
it's a digital marketer
insurance
right
salesman.
No. Digital marketers are the best at this subscription model. They are 100. Well, insurance is pretty good at the subscription model too. I'm not gonna lie, but the digital marketers are phenomenal at this because they know that everyone's gonna get their credit card banged every month, and they're gonna keep getting charged. So that's what they go for. Especially. Dude, even the digital marketing platforms like ClickFunnels, is really good at this. Oh, it only costs you $14.99 a month for this package. So, you know what though? You would save
Oops.
I don't want anyone to yank Peter's chain, so I don't
Okay.
know anything to do with that.
That's
So,
not happening.
yes, thank you, Daraj. Gym membership is a great example of that too. Whether you work out or not, they bang your credit card every month. So I think it would be a smart idea. I think the exchange could do extremely, extremely well, and it would be a net gain for all the people buying.
Yeah.
Let's see what Wales has to say about that.
Hello, Wales.
Hey, hi, Wells.
Yeah, you're a
Very
little
low,
bit
mate.
low, but we can hear you.
How about now? Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, a lot better. Oh,
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm
You're
a
full
little
berry
late.
right
Yeah, I'm a little late. I haven't been able to watch. I'm a little busy. So what's the question? What am I answering?
Oh, what if there was an exchange out there with the name Hex in it, and it incentivized P Hex, Pulse, and Hex, and they did a subscription model where they charged they banged your credit card for $10 or $15 a month, and then all the trades were free.
You had me at bang.
That's actually not a bad deal.
I agree. It's like a gym membership, right? You
Yeah.
get charged every month regardless of whether you use the exchange, but you don't pay 3% every time you're getting in and out at thousands of dollars worth of crypto.
That's a great deal, really, for everybody, all shapes and sizes.
I think so. I would DCA like nobody's business into a subscription service like that.
Yeah, that's actually very good. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'm mad I never thought of it.
Right?
my idea about
Hey,
this
someone
was-
get Richard on the line. We got a proposition for him.
I messaged this to like Hex Pro group and like tag Richard. So well, who knows?
Yeah.
But my idea behind this was that we lack adoption.
Yeah.
And if you force someone to register on an exchange and then they discover, oh my God, I have to pay I have to pay so much fee. Like that's like, I don't know. It's something that would turn me off a little bit if I was introduced to this super awesome opportunity, and then like going into my coin would cost me, I don't know, maybe 5% of my stack.
Yep.
That's horrible. And what crypto needs is adoption. Like that's still a thing that will be needed in coming future.
You could always
Unfortunately,
charge.
it's hard. Like we have to make these things easy to onboard. It has to be. There is no other way.
You could charge to sell and no charge on buying Pulse and Hex. So they want to come in and buy, no fees, but then just charge them on the way out, going back into like USDC or drawing.
Well, my suggestion would be like
more people.
no fees for 10 trades a month.
I'm not even going to read that, but D'Artagnan, thank you for the $4.99, sir. You have the most generous hexakin of the stream award.
My goodness.
To date.
D'Artagnan, hold something back for your headset. Hold something.
Right?
Come on.
I mean, hey, I don't
Voluptuous
disagree.
women.
So, just saying.
Voluptuous women are top tier. I agree.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my goodness.
But so check it out, right? So on the legacy side for stocks, it's basically free to trade nowadays, right? For futures and FX, not so much. So the idea is the more value you can extract from the market, the more they should be able to charge you in order to access that market. Does that make sense?
Say that again.
Okay.
Maybe that didn't register with me well enough.
No worries. So the way, hold on, Jesus. Hold on. So the way it works on the legacy side is that for the equity, all right, so you have a lot of different markets, right, that people can access.
Mm-hmm.
The most common ones are the equity, which is just stocks. futures, which is just leverage trading of commodities, right? Financial futures and stuff like that. Crude oil, gold, yada yada. You can also trade FX futures, right? And then another market is a spot currency market, which is a foreign exchange market. And the whole notion behind the fee systems and how they're structured on that side of finance is that if you can make money, right, they're going to charge you to access that market accordingly. So, for example, back in the day for futures, it would charge you they could easily charge you $120 a round turn just to place a trade. Why? Because they knew that if you were good enough to make a regular trade that would make you money, you would pay that gladly because you would make it in spades. You see? Same thing for the FX market. They charge you in accordance with what you could possibly squeeze out in terms of profit, because the expectation is set, right, with marketing and all this crap, right? Oh, only trade for only X. Like you see it all the time in the marketing. You see it all the time. So if you're able to provide an opportunity for people to think that they can extract value, like look at crypto. And this is why like when the fees were high, I would tell people you're crazy if you give money away to these middlemen for these fees, because not even on the legacy side do they dare charge these prices. And the only reason they do it here in the crypto, or at least promise coin side space of things, or the promise coin space side of things, is because they know that people are going to be willing to pay for what they could potentially make regardless of what it costs, because the return for crypto are well known, right? Like the outsides, like we talking X's, we don't talk in percentage terms.
Yeah, that's right. I know.
Right? And I have to tell this to my legacy side homies because they don't get it. For them, it's unfathomable because they were used to these paltry returns on Wall Street for all these years, right? But when you come over to crypto, it's a different ball game, completely different ball game. You're expecting to make 100% in a trade, not on a position, but on a trade, right? So it's a whole different mind frame that people can't even fathom, but it's real. So that's why the fee game is important to understand, because that's how they get a lot of people. They sucker you in, right? And you're not going to make that money. Most of the time, you're going to be the person not making it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's 100% correct. And be wary of any market that says fee-free trading, because all that means is we're just going to sell it to you at a premium because we're going to front run you and buy it for a little bit less and then sell it to you for a little bit higher. And then that's
Peter's plan right there. I just found out. I just got it.
There you go. So, Wales, I agree that. So I deal a little bit. I mean, indirectly, I deal a lot with commodities, especially as it comes to like wheat and beans. Our agency writes crop insurance, and we see the wheat and bean prices being kept artificially low. The prices are going up at the store, but when it comes as a commodity, they keep them low because places like the Chicago Board of Exchange, they make fees every time it's traded. So the cheaper that commodity is, the more times it gets traded between hands, and the more fees they make it up in volume. So I have seen that personally on the commodity side. So D'Artagnan 8, thank you again for the next $4.99. I'm curious what position you held in the DoD was.
No. Did not work in the DoD. No, sir.
There you go. You heard it here.
I don't know what's DoD.
Department of
Defense.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what it is. You just didn't know you knew.
Yeah,
exactly.
My sister was a contractor for the DoD for a short period of time.
There you go. Interesting place, that's for sure.
Yep. Yeah. It's funny because they have their hands in more than just defense.
Yeah, all over.
I want to see Kinetics is right. He's hex wrapped Vespa over Veil Pass. Yes, that's. I was waiting to reveal this. I didn't want anyone to front run me on the hex wrapped Vespa. Yep. I'll have to show you guys. It's not really called Veil Pass, but there is definitely a pass that I-70 travels through Veil. Yes, that is true.
Oh my
And
God, that's
I
funny.
just need to take the governor off of my Vespa so I can get it up to the speed fast enough where I'm not impeding traffic on the interstate. But
How tall are you,
once we
Kinetic?
get that done,
How
I'm
tall are you?
5'9".
Oh,
5'9".
okay. You're not that much taller than me. All right. Because you look like a big dude, right? Now I'm just imagining this big dude on this little vessel. Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Oh,
It
that's
just
too
reminds
funny.
me of the Dumb and Dumber. That's what
Yeah,
comes to mind
there
for
you
me
go.
is the Dumb and Dumber. Like, I gotta pee. Just do it. Ah.
That movie was crazy, man. Oh, man.
Yeah. Those are better than dollars. Those are IOUs.
That was a great scene.
Which, is so funny because it's a metaphor for the United States dollar right there. Hey, don't worry. That is good legal tender. It is IOUs.
Yeah, that was definitely a parody on the dollar. Because Jim Carrey used to be woke. He's like a lefty now, but he used to be woke. He used to be. I don't know what
like
happened.
Real woke.
Mm-hmm.
Not the faux left woke.
Yeah, he used to be.
Yep.
Oh, woke.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, love that thumbnail. I just reused that. I got to give credit to because I wanted to talk about how many billions do you guys think will be sacrificed before the end of the sacrifice period? And that was a thumbnail that our boy Hexologist put together over a year ago. And so I just reused that thumbnail since it looks like Richard's about to pull the jaws on that swimmer and gobble them up. That Bitcoin swimmer is about to get sacrificed. So that's why I chose that thumbnail. RG3, we love you.
D'Artagnan is very generous today.
Thanks a
Look at
lot,
that.
asshole. RG3's not even on the stream.
All right.
Well, I'm glad you have a man crush on RG3. And glad I'm chopped liver here. No, I love RG3.
Simping for RG. Come on.
I love RG3.
Simping for RG.
He deserves the $2.99. He's worth at least $2.99. So I'll give that to you.
When I was a kid, do you guys, and any of you remember there was the $1.95 beauty pageant on TV? It was the silliest. Yeah, there was a silly ripoff of course, Miss America, and every week there would be the $1.95 beauty pageant, and it would be Rip Taylor would be this guy. Remember, flamboyant jokester who would throw confetti all over the place is his big thing, and it was really funny because after they would name this, like just average people would get up there with swimsuits, and it would be really silly. And at the end, the guy would come out with the change, and he would go, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Here's your prize, and he'd give him $1.95
in change.
In change, yeah, it was always coins. In change. Yeah, he'd get up like one of those meter maid like kind of tickers, and he'd take out the quarters and the dimes and go, here you go.
Oh, I love it.
Hilarious.
Let me give credit on Twitter to Mr. Hexologist here, because it was Mr. Hexologist that put together this thumbnail many, many moons ago.
Thumbnail making is a skill.
Many X's ago.
Yes. Many X's, thousands of X's ago.
Well, Hexologist was doing many memes even like before Hex launch, like the 4 weeks meme.
Before he was even called Hexologist.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So I got to pull this up because I've heard so many times on different streams as of late, people calling Richard, oh God, what is his name? Is it Richie from Trailer Park Boys? What is his name?
I can't
It's been so many years since I watched this.
I
many.
can't remember.
But someone put his face on Richard.
Yeah, I saw that. I seen that. I was like, wow.
He just has to shave this and make the.
That is awesome.
I mean, it's close enough.
It is close enough.
It's really awesome.
So really I will say one thing about strategy for the
Ricky. It's Ricky.
Ricky. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
That's Chiselle Mortgage Group. So
yes.
I got it. Yes.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. You rock. So So one thing I will say is, those of you guys who are worried about the price of Hex dumping, do you not think it's possible, with all the Easter eggs that Richard has been dropping on the last few streams about, hey, what if some magical entity that somehow received 1 million ETH just magic carpet rides this price of Hex up? And then what if there was a sacrifice after that to dilute the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of whales contributions to the sacrifice? I'm just saying it could be possible, and I wouldn't be surprised if it happened before the sack phase was over.
Did the OA or associated addresses sacrifice? Like, what was there anything like this? That
I have not seen one yet. I haven't seen anyone. I'm personally not watching it because I don't want to waste the time following addresses. I'm kind of in Wales's camp with the way that I don't believe there. I don't put a lot of. If you're one of the traders watching some of these whale addresses, that's great because it's infatuating to you. But I don't put a lot of emphasis or value on the chain analysis myself. So it's not something I want to spend the time watching. But usually it gets known and spread around the Hex community pretty fast when someone does notice something like that. Right. Now, if that's the only reason I could see the OA doing a sacrifice is to dilute these other whales, but I'm going to have to say it's redundant, and I've said this before, because the OA is getting 1% of the total supply, and then the other thing nobody else is talking about that I've been holding off talking about myself, this automatic market maker contract that goes into effect is going to give the OA more of the supply than even the 1%, because they're going to dilute those who are providing liquidity. So if you're providing liquidity on ETH and now the ETH is being replaced with 10,000x for every ETH, the OA is getting that 10,000 pulse per ETH on the liquidity side, plus they're getting the ERC20 side as well, or the PRC20 side as well. So they're going to have 50% of the supply of the total coins after the automatic market maker contract fix goes into effect anyway. So they're not relinquishing. When everyone says, oh, the OA is only getting 1%, that's technically not true. And there's no way that they're going to let the whales dilute the control of the total ecosystem by being able to slosh around and push everybody else around. So
yeah, but the OA has to buy in too, right? KNTX?
No. The automatic market maker fix is going to give them.
That's true.
Every side of liquidity that's provided via ETH is going to be diluted with the automatic market maker being controlled, or the liquidity being controlled by the OA with the 10,000x ETH or of pulse. So
yes, that would mean that if OA wants to have more pools assigned to itself via this mechanism,
yes,
then it would have to provide a lot of liquidity.
Well, it's going to automatically provide
on the ETH
liquidity.
Side.
Yeah, it's going to provide a lot of liquidity, but it's going to literally be minted out of thin air. And he was right to do this. He said this on Ivan. He was right to do this because then he's also going to dilute. So if you had, let's say you had as a liquidity provider and you didn't pull your liquidity on the ETH USDC pair on the Ethereum chain, you didn't pull your liquidity before the Pulse fork happened. Well, now you're getting diluted 10,000 to 1 on the liquidity side, and 10,000 to 1 of the USDC is going to the OA address as well, because it's going to get the ratio. It's going to get the other side of the ratio as well. And they did this on purpose so that if you decide you don't want to participate on the Pulse side, providing liquidity, well, too bad. You should have pulled your liquidity on the ETH side. Now the game is still being played. There's still liquidity for that pair on the other side. It's a brilliant mechanism that they've come up with. This is brilliant. So these players have to participate whether they like it or not. Now, USDC may not be supported, so that may have been a bad example. But these PRC20s are going to still have liquidity on the pull side, even if bad actors decide to go in and pull their liquidity. This is brilliant, and it gives them a bigger control of the supply versus the 1% that they're going to admit to themselves. So that means, and we know that Richard's going to be, or the OA is going to be a good steward of the system, the new system that it creates. It's not going to destroy the system that it creates. It wants.
And plus, it will be locked in liquidity, won't it? So
yep, locked in liquidity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So
obviously, you could still remove it, but like, you know,
they could, yeah, but I doubt he's going to, because then
100%.
he's going. I think the PRC. What this is going to do is cause the PRC 20s to be worth more on the Pulse chain over time than they are on the ERC20 side. So the people who have those coins in that ecosystem are going to like the valuation of the PRC20 versus the ERC20. This is such a brilliant mechanism that they have come up with. Like, this is the bigger game that no one else is talking about. I've not heard. I was waiting for others to talk about it. I didn't want to be the first to say anything. I didn't want to destroy narratives or strategies out there. But those of you who haven't been talking about it, it's because I know you guys want cheap P-Hex. I know it, and I don't blame you. But I don't think it's going to stay cheap for long because of the mechanisms that Richard has put into place. So Hexican's best community, hands down. Why, thank you, Ovidian, not only for the $5, but also saying that we're the best community for the Hexicans. That is phenomenal, man. We really appreciate that.
And D'Artagnan again with the 1999.
1999. You know what? He says he's really twisted. He's been ingesting a lot of alcohol. Well, D'Artagnan, if you have that giving spirit when you drink a lot, then I'm going to send you over to Henry Island. You can drink some Moe, and you can continue to donate to the stream. Price prediction.
What do you mean generous? I've been giving you $1.99 5 times, right?
Multiple times. Don't give me a fast answer. Give me a summary, please. So price prediction for Pulse or for Hex? Because if I have to give you Hex, I honestly believe if we go on this magic carpet ride with this mysterious entity that has 1 million ETH, you only have to do 10 million to go over $1. Less than 10 million market buy to go over $1. 1 million ETH. How many is that? What is that? $2 billion right now at today's valuation of ETH?
Yep, roundabouts.
I don't know. What kind of market buy you think it would take to hit $10? You guys have seen the charts to hit $10.
I'm on my last clean pair of FOMO pants. Please stop.
I know. And people wonder, well, why aren't you guys taking any profits for yourself out of Discourse Syndicate? Because they pale in comparison to my Hex gains. So and that's why we decided
people just
marketing
don't
efforts.
get it, man.
Yep.
People just don't get it.
I agree. I know Wales knows this. I mean, that's what got him in. You look at Wales's charts and talk about FOMO pants.
I'm about to release a chart set video too, so you guys go check that one out.
I'm just about to release a shark too.
I love it.
Yes. Can you guys imagine how much your T-share payout per day would go up because of the emergency in-stake penalties if we went to a $10?
Yeah, it'd be insane.
I can't wait.
We just did answer the question. D'Artagnan, I'm going to say $10. And the reason why it's not
$19.99
is because we got a magic carpet ride coming. So $19.99. Yeah. Maybe $20 because MT Coiner beat you by a cent. So $20. Yeah, Hexicans rule. We're going to kill it even harder in the future.
What does magic carpet ride mean? It should mean the opposite of rug pull, right?
Absolutely.
Pumping in liquidity.
Instead of dumping it to zero by pulling the liquidity, could you imagine if he pumped the price and then added to the liquidity to it?
Yeah,
man.
Keeping
that floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kinetics, I must throw a flag on the field.
Okay.
My inner whore tells me that we should give D'Artagnan a clear answer because he's been so generous with all of these things. Let's come up with a real Wales only. Can you give D'Artagnan your best estimate for Hex and Pulse by Christmas, the 25th of December, 2021?
How would you
for Pulse?
estimate
No.
Pulse?
No. Okay.
Pulse.
He doesn't want
Hex.
Pulse. He said not for Pulse. He said
Not for Pulse, for Hex.
in the chat. He wants it for Hex.
No, my inner whore. I said, Evidian. I'm telling you, I must get value to somebody that pays me. not indirectly pays the show. I don't see haven't seen a dime, but anyway, go ahead, because you haven't been
He
giving
says
us your.
okay if you're wrong, and that he forgives you in advance. So
Oh, very nice. But Wales, you're our best analysis. Shade of pink line with blue hue. So can you give us your best estimate
Yeah, sure.
and why?
So I'm still sticking to 50 cents, right? By at least the end of August. I mean, and this is conservative because I'm really looking for a buck by the end of August. And if that does happen, I think that will by force open the floodgates, forcing people into Hex, right? Because $1, wow, nobody knew about this when it was 10 cents. What is this? And it pays interest, right? Like it's going to change the whole dynamic of things. So I think from there we could see a run like to 10 easy, because then there's just a couple quarters left, or a quarter and a half, right? Which is a long time in crypto time.
Yep.
So you're saying anywhere between $1 and $10 in Christmas time, 25th, or you think of $10 and 25th?
$10 and 25th if everything goes according to plan, because the bear market isn't over for the rest of crypto. So that's going to put eyes on whatever's green by default.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No choice.
And not to mention, when it got its most attention, Cardano, who has a circulating supply in the billions, got most attention when it went over $1.
Of course.
There you go. Usually how it happens, because people are just, there's linear minded. Linear mind.
That's the problem, is that there's too many people with linear minds in this market. Look at what Tesla did. How many X's did Tesla do before splitting into 5?
Yeah, and it just kept going up.
And then went back up to its all-time high again after it did a 5-way split.
Which is abnormal, by the way. It's not supposed to happen. And I don't think that's ever happened in history. It's not funny. That's a function of manipulation, actually. Yeah. This is why it now costs nothing to trade in the stock market, because there's no money to be made there. And that's why. Because before, you can actually extract value from the market because of dislocations that would occur, right? But what they did was they removed all potentiality to find any volatility, because the thing is for anyone looking to extract value from a market, there needs to be volatility. Otherwise, you're just sitting there, and the price is just going up a little bit at a time, and you're not really extracting value from something that goes up a little bit at a time. Imagine if our gains were in Hex terms as far as the T-share rate was concerned. Nobody would be out here balling, right? Yeah. So that's important to understand, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So that's the way I look at it.
Okay, another question. Let's say that we see this, virality, and we are now at multiple dollars in Hex. What Crypto Sparbook guys and Hex Line specifically, about almost a year ago now, predicted that we would have to have a larger payout, and somehow the OA would have to juggle the interest rate so that people would be still enticed to have B shares and shares rather than the T share that now we all prize as our interest-bearing account. Higher payout, they said, not lower. So it'd be a higher payout. What do you guys think of that?
Sure. So this is basically how it works. What the implication is that there's more people in the network, and with more people in the network, that should imply more staking. And we're actually almost at 42,000 stakers on the Staker app. We should actually be there now. We were, I think, 28 count away earlier. I'm just going to check real quick. But
I still think the T shares are going to dwindle. I just have to put a caveat to that, because the price per T share is going up so much. Right. Even though there's more participants in the staking system, I still expect less of the system to be staked as we go forward.
We're 5
and
away.
less T shares moving forward, because it's hard to afford them.
Yes.
The maximum amount of all the Hex that can be staked is like 20%, I think.
I think it's less than that.
I have to dig
out
after
sacrifice. I think it's less than that.
After that, yes, of course.
As long as the OA doesn't stake. And if
15, I reckon.
If the OA stakes, I
But-
think it's because they sell OTC to the Harvard hex scale, and that's the only time that supply ever gets staked. If I had to speculate,
I don't think that if OA doesn't stake anything more, then the floor on ROI should be around 20% because nobody can touch the OA coins.
yeah,
That's
then
still high. That's
Yeah, because then for a half of a T-shirt, for basically that would still give you what, 10 points? Or I mean, what?
a lot.
Am I doing this right? Am I thinking this right, or am I just all screwed up?
At dollar hex, that's like a lot.
Yeah,
well, at
you
a
got
dollar
a 10,
hex,
you got a
that's
10x
almost
a bank.
20,000 hex per T-share.
Yeah,
Think about that, guys.
yep. As long as you're 10xing what the bank can give you, I think there's always going to be a market.
Yeah. No,
And
I
but
think there will be more participants, but I think the T-shares will still continually go down over time because the price of T-shares goes up.
Yep.
So
yep.
I think Wales is right that there will be more stakers, but I am betting that continually the T-share amount of T-shares will continue to go down.
Could
Yeah,
be.
I think especially after the first couple of years, when the older people decide whether they restake or not. So you can still get more T-shares if you restake for longer, right? You had a short stake.
Yes.
But at short run, you'll see probably the T-shares going up as people stake longer, but that won't be possible at some stage.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a great discussion, but everyone wants to talk about that bid wall. So how much is there on the bid wall right now, guys? Someone in Children of the Grave said that they're asked if we talked about the bid wall already. So it's got to be about what, 14 cents is where this bid wall is at? And is that a bunch of people waiting to sell, or is that people trying to buy at that price? So I don't know the bid wall. So if you guys have details, I'd love to discuss it. But
I'm checking right now.
$19.99. Thank you, Papa B in Wales. I only sacked $500 worth. My PLS chart is still super hex. All right, I like it.
Right.
You know what? You're not going to be disappointed because you're going to get it on both sides, and you're going to get trustless interest on both sides. So
Can't
You
lose.
may like to get it on both sides, but I'm a one-side guy.
oh God, just don't even know what to do with this guy. And this is why I won't give him keys. I've got 3 of the people on the screen right now have access to be able to pull people up and pull people down. I have direct access to the Discourse Syndicate StreamYard, and I will never give it to Papa B for that reason.
Good choice.
Let's see if he can behave for just a little while.
I don't need to pull people up. I just need to pull them down.
Oh my God.
We're going to say off.
Just when I thought it was safe again.
It looks like there are millions supporting the price between.
So is that now? Is that on Uniswap version 3 or is that a 1-inch matchup?
V3,
is
yes.
it V3? Okay.
That looks like those are buy orders for. It starts at 5.43 cents and ends at 4.2.
I think this is what Richard posted earlier around the liquidity, which
Yeah.
I didn't really understand the graph that he posted.
But somebody is expecting a drop to 5 cents. In that case, even yeah.
Maybe just hoping for a drop to 5 cents.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that the average sacrifice for the wallets is about $20,000. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool stat to know. So it's V3 USDC. That's cool. So is that a bunch of sell orders or a bunch of buy orders?
Buy orders.
Buy orders.
If you
Because that
guys
makes
go
a
to,
difference.
if you guys go to matcha.xyz, you can go to you just set up like you're gonna make an order, right? And you put like USDC, you put USDC versus Hex, or you're gonna swap USDC for Hex, and what you end up getting is a price chart, and then you just click on depth instead of the price chart, and then you'll see the actual bids and offers on both sides.
Yep. And a good point from Chaotic Creations too. Liquidity doesn't account for bid support, if you understand. So that's it.
Yeah, this is actual bid support, right?
Yep. Yeah, real bid support, not just
This
applying
isn't people.
liquidity.
Yeah, this isn't just people talking about it. This is actual in your face bid support.
How much is that in dollar terms? Because like the first, it's like 150K of USDC for each of those columns. It's like, goddamn, 2-3 million, maybe more.
Hey, D'Artagnan, with all that you've given us, I would love to let you come in and say hi, but we are literally on our way out. I have a haircut. So I gotta go get this old shaggy mop cut down and get all the gray. You guys can't see this. I love this camera because it doesn't show the thick mat of gray hair.
Where are the gray hairs?
It's always nice to show your scalp at the last 20 seconds we have, rather than allow somebody that's super
Hey, I got a
$200
good thick head of hair, man. I'm never going bald. I don't ever have to worry about that.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well,
Do you dye that? Or?
I don't have anyone bald in my family, so I don't. I have the genetics.
That's
working
what
in my
I
favor.
said.
Well, hey guys, give me 1 second. I do want to address this. This is the last one. It looks like someone new. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Am I wrong? The amount of daily payout will increase over time due to the inflation. Number of T-shares will go down to the expensive dollar. Payout per T-share will give us plus hex per T-share in 5 to 15 years. Yes, that was the point I was trying to make earlier. Is I believe that we are going to have even more participants in the staking pool, but there will be less T-shares over time, which means our payout per T-share will go up because the cost per T-share is going up exponentially. So thank you, Daraj, for taking care of the troll in the chat. Appreciate you. But yeah, I think that is a safe bet. And I think it's beautiful, guys. Those of you who get in now and stake longer now to lock in those T-shares are going to be extremely happy in the future. As I'm watching the prices or the payouts go up, I think that ABIT and Hex Lion were very, very conservative for the Hex Changes Conference 2021, where they said that a 15-year stake could 20x your principal in the amount of Hex you have. I think they were conservative. I think that was very conservative. I think the number could go higher than that. I think you could see more than a 20x on your principal. So,
I agree.
So, all right,
Maybe
guys.
outro.
And there you guys heard it yourself.